Guys, it's Paul. I'm here at Racing's North Turn in Daytona Beach, Florida. I'm with Rhonda Glasnick, the owner of Racing's North Turn, here on the beach. This place has got a lot of historical history to it. And how far would you say we are away from the actual super speedway in town, Rhonda?
Probably about 25 minutes.
We're 25 minutes from there, but guys, this is where racing in Daytona actually started. Rhonda, give us a little bit about the history of Racing's North Turn and tell us about what we're looking at down on the beach over here and what we used to see on here 50 years ago.
Well, the building itself has been here well over 50 years. It was always here during all the racing events. They made box lunches and sandwiches, and we've been told they paid the drivers out of the office, our main office now.
Really?
So we have a lot of memorabilia, we have a lot of pictures. We tried to make walls that describe racing's history and how it progressed. The last race was ran 1958 right here. If you look down the beach, right where this seawall is here, that would have been the track, and the bleachers would have sat right here. And right out here would have been where all the mechanics worked, and they would bring the cars in and fuel, and everything was just right here. It was really, there's a lot of history.
Well, for the racing fans who may not have been racing fans for that long, or just may not know about the history, tell us about my understanding of everything, and I'm a big NASCAR fan, is that they race, half the race was here and half the race was on the road. Explain a little bit about that, would you please, Rhonda?
Well, this would be the North Turn, and the start-finish line moved a couple different times, but right out there on the blacktop would have been the start-finish. They would have come around this corner and gone all the way down to the South Turn and back around. And if you look at some of the photographs, you'll see they were up in the water. They raced according to tide. Right. So if they ran into a high tide or the winds picked up, they were in trouble. And what was really crazy back then, as opposed to now, everyone was standing everywhere. You know, we have photographs where all the people are just standing right there and the cars are coming around the corner, and if they spin out...
No barriers or anything like that. You were just standing basically on the track.
Yeah, you were standing in the palmetto scrubs. However, we did have a set of bleachers right here.
Rhonda, you guys have a lot of, from what I understand, racers will come by here, old-time racers and newer guys. Name some names that frequently stop in here.
Well, Ray Fox is one of them, Russ Truelove, Mad Marion McDonald. We have some of our food is actually named after them. We've had Marvin Panch, Vicky Woods, Bobby Allison comes, Buddy Baker comes, a lot of the race drivers, old and new.
Well, this place is a treat. If you're ever in Daytona Beach, you have to come check it out. It's Racing's North Turn. A lot of history here. If you're a NASCAR buff, an old one or a new one, you'd enjoy this because you just get to see a lot of the history of the sport itself. And there's nothing like, when you go to the Super Speedway, of course, that is an awesome sight and very impressive. But when you come here and see where the roots of racing in Daytona started out, it's very, very impressive to see how the sport has evolved. And, both places where they race are pretty awesome, but this right here holds so much history. One thing I want to say real quick, I noticed in one of the pictures, and we'll get a shot of it in there were like 70-something cars that would run in a race versus the 43 now.
Oh, yeah. And it was no holds barred. There were no restrictor plates. It was just hardcore racing.
Well, thank you, Rhonda.